PlayStation Game Pass competitor Project Spartacus details leaked by Insider. Reading from Game Rant, new leaked details regarding PlayStation's Game Pass competitor Spartacus hint at how Sony plans to differentiate its service. A PlayStation alternative to Xbox's increasingly popular Game Pass subscription service has been a seemingly inevitability for some time. That plan was unofficially confirmed when leaked details regarding PlayStation's Project Spartacus spread. Spartacus was said to include both PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now in 3 different tiers of subscription. Now even more information regarding PlayStation Spartacus plans have been leaked, including what may be a key way Sony plans to make Spartacus unique and attractive. GamesBeat's Jeff Grubb shared the latest Spartacus details in a recent episode of his Giant Bomb Show Grubb Snacks. To start, Grubb reconfirms that Spartacus will be broken up into 3 different tiers. The tiers will retain the PlayStation Plus branding, but with additional labels: Essential, Extra, and Premium. These tiers will then be priced at $10, $13, and $16 a month, respectively. What each tier includes is where things get interesting. The $10 PS Plus Essential tier is said to be what PS Plus is currently. It supports multiplayer game access and a small collection of monthly games that subscribers keep so long as they remain subscribed. For $13, subscribers gain access to a catalog of video games akin to Xbox Game Pass. Grubb characterizes this as a PlayStation Now's library of games, but without the cloud requirement. The $16 premium subscription includes all prior features, as well as PlayStation Now cloud streaming, game trials, and most excitingly, access to a special reserve of classic games. Exactly what classic games implies isn't entirely clear, and neither is game trials. If speculating, the library of classic games could perhaps be akin to Nintendo's library of classic games included with its Nintendo Online and Expansion Pass subscription, games from previous console generations that are no longer available except through the subscription service would certainly grab some subscribers' attention. As for game trials, it perhaps harkens back to Xbox Game Pass's biggest strength. Game Pass delivers day one first-party releases to subscribers for no extra charge. PlayStation may be unwilling to go that far, as is Nintendo, but offering game trials instead is one option. Players could try out the new God of War Ragnarok or Gran Turismo 7 for a couple of hours and then decide if they want to make a full purchase. Given the detail stemming from this recent round of PlayStation Spartacus leaks, a release is likely nearing. Grubb says that a testing phase for the subscription service tiers is planned to start in the next few weeks. Beyond that, an announcement could be made in March as well. Fully launching the service, however, will depend on PlayStation's ability to deliver the service, which may take some additional fine-tuning. Expect to hear more about Sony's PlayStation Plus changes soon. So yeah, real quick, as far as like game trials, obviously that's, at least for GT7, that's not going to be a thing because GT7 comes out next week, but game trials in general, they're not that interesting to me because what sells me on games is pretty much the trailers, unless, like a sequel to a game comes out and I've already played it, like God of War Ragnarok. I didn't need a trailer or gameplay. I was always gonna, buy Ragnarok whenever it releases. But GT7 is a perfect example, like if this Spartacus thing was already like up and running, and you could like play like 5, 6, 7 hours of GT7, and it was like the $16 a month, I would probably do that just to check it out, and I think that is a big grab for a lot of people, because for most people, $70 for one game is a lot of money, and I know a lot of people would rather, pay $16 to test out a game instead of pay, $60 or even $70 and then end up not liking the game. Because then they would have to go through getting a refund, and if they bought that game digitally, then they pretty much are screwed when it comes to PlayStation's refund policy, Now, as far as the actual prices themselves go, I don't know why, but I was kind of expecting, this isn't like confirmed, apparently this is just maybe placeholder prices, but if this is like the 10, 13, and 16, if that's like the format for the 3 tiers, I don't know why, I kind of expected it to be more expensive, You know, maybe like the highest tier being like $20 a month. But it also depends on what we're actually getting, because, you know, obviously I really am intrigued with this Project Spartacus, you know, whatever it's going to end up being called. But I'm not entirely sold. Like, Sony is going to have to sell me on this. You know, I'm not just going to subscribe to this no matter what. You know, even though I currently am a PlayStation Plus subscriber, you know, like, Sony's going to really have to really be like, you know what, this is like a really valuable thing for our customers. You know, because if the highest tier is like, oh, you know, you have like game trials, and then you have access to like 150 of our classic PS1 and PS2 games, and you can download those, but you have to stream the PS3 games, and that's pretty much it, then I probably won't check it out. You know, the whole reason why I'm wanting to even check this out to begin with is because I've always wanted to play the Metal Gear Solid games. You know, so they would probably be a part of this third tier that Jeff Grubb is talking about. You know, but would I be like a recurring member to the third tier? Probably not. It would have to be really insane of like a deal. Obviously, this isn't Game Pass, you know. A lot of people, when this does get officially announced by Sony, people are going to be like, oh, why aren't the games day and date like Xbox does, you know? And I don't know if any of you watching my content are Xbox people, or you just don't know. But like, let's not forget, the main reason why Xbox created Game Pass was because they couldn't compete with Sony when it comes to the massive AAA exclusives. So Microsoft had to make a subscription service and drop their major exclusives day and date to try and counteract Sony's exclusives. You know, if Microsoft didn't have a problem with the sales and just like the quality of their major games, then Game Pass would have never been a thing. So it wouldn't make sense for PlayStation with this new Spartacus project to drop games day and date like a God of War Ragnarok or Spider-Man 2. But what they could do is game trials, you know. So they're at least going to take $16 from you, and then you can play like 5 or 6 hours. You know, and for most of Sony's exclusives, most people want to play them, so then they're going to spend another $70. So Sony is going to make a profit. This is a smart idea. You know, I think there was a leak where like this is going to be released in the springtime. You know, do I think this is going to get revealed like next week? Probably not. You know, my last video, I talked about like the upcoming State of Play rumor or just big PlayStation event for next month. I could totally see this being a part of a big event next month, you know. But yeah, what do you guys think about this new leak? Does this get your excitement any higher? What do you feel about this $10, $13, and $16 a month price tag? Do you think that's cheap? Do you feel like that's too much? And also let me know, would you subscribe to the Essential, Extra, or Premium tier? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, drop it a like and consider subscribing if you're new by turning on the post notification bell so you don't miss my next upload. Until next time, guys, take care.